Probate is the court-supervised process to distribute a deceased person's assets. It's an important process because it makes sure that a deceased person's assets go to the people who are legally entitled to get them. Here in Nevada, probate is necessary anytime there's real estate involved in the deceased person's estate, or if the value of the deceased person's estate is greater than $25,000. So if either of those two things happen, there's going to be a probate. Now, having representation, again, usually it's someone who is the personal representative. It's the person who's going to be appointed to take care of the deceased persons of the estate and administer the estate. Unless you work in probate regularly, it's just not something that most people are familiar with. So having representation by an attorney is exceedingly helpful to navigate that process, which most of us aren't familiar with. Well, in our practice, we've had many complex probate cases. One that comes immediately to mind was a dispute over real estate. How we navigate that? Well, naturally, as a probate case, it was already a contested matter before the court. Part of it as a result is zealous advocacy for our clients' interests. Based on our experience and our understanding of the law, we have a pretty good idea of what our clients' expectations are and should be regarding what assets they're entitled to. So we advocate zealously for our client in those situations. Also, we have a good working relationship with other law firms, and part of the probate process is working with opposing counsel to have professional communications to see what can be resolved. Again, these are messy situations. They're very emotional. We're looking for a best case outcome for our client, and we're doing everything we can to make that happen. We draw upon our firm's over 30 years experience in practice, based upon our past experiences with other clients, other cases, and our experience with the court to get a best case outcome for our clients. Obviously, whenever we're talking about probate, we're talking about someone, our client, who's usually the personal representative for the estate, who has lost a loved one. And it's a very emotional time. For us, that it means the probate process deals with assets and just dealing with a deceased person's accounts and physical goods, and the tangible property and all of their assets. But because this is such an emotional time, and probate is a complex process, we want to answer as many of our clients' questions as we can. We want to help them understand the process, set expectations for how the process is going to go, and make them as comfortable as they can be, because this is already a very emotional time for most of them.